rewards is easier than ever. Points are available within 24 to 48 hours and never expire, so rack them up.
Pawn shop is La Familia. Last time I was here, I struck out completely. Maybe things will be different now that I've got the buy list, but we'll see. Let's go. Yes, please.
Who was pointing at who? Who was here first? No, him. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all good.
Sorry about that. I'm just not trying to.
No, it's all good.
What did you want to look at?
Just want to look at a few games.
What did you want?
That's why I said that's what you needed to ask. I know. That's the one that Kyle used to have. That's the last one. He had two of them. What?
This one probably won't be, but this probably. Again, just one disc, man. Every time. These 2-disc games are donezo. That's crazy.
Let me know if you need any questions, Paul. Okay?
Yeah, I got you.
Sir, I would. His iPhone and this iPhone, because she said that's the only one that normal like requires price.
I'm good.
Found anything good?
Yeah, potentially, depending on what you could do for it.
Let's make sure that everything's good.
Yeah, of course.
This looks good.
Yeah.
What are our plans? We taking all of these?
Potentially. It depends on what you could do for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bottomless burger pass.
Those two, I was a little surprised at how pricey they were listed because they're old sports games. Not like that one's from a couple. Both of those are from a couple years ago.
This one gonna be some bucks.
10.
That one is priced at $8.
All right, I'll probably pass on all those then.
And same thing with these. Where it's at. They paid a lot for these. Maybe I could, let me see, I think one of them.
One said earlier to the guy 25 piece.
For each, right?
Plus the other.
So, yeah, 25 each
I could do that.
for the both Switch.
Yeah, I'll take the Switch games.
Out of these three, which one you like? Which one you prefer out of those three?
I mean, this one technically, but I'm not gonna pay 20 for it. It's an old sports game.
What are you looking at?
Like, I mean, I'm way off, so I don't want to insult you. So it's fine. I can pass on those. All
Alrighty, there you go.
right, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
All right. Well, at least we got something, but it wasn't the greatest buy. Let's talk about it. Yeah, still not great. They still have those overpriced sports games, still wouldn't move that much on them. What's wild is the Madden 24 isn't even worth it anymore. The trade-in value went down to $9. It used to be worth like 20 or something. No, it was worth like 14 or 15. But it went down to 9, so now it's not even worth looking at if they're pricing at 24. So I'm not even going to bother anymore. But picked up 2 loose Switch games. One of them was definitely worth it. The other one, that's debatable. I got them for 25 each, which is okay. But again, one of them was definitely worth it. The other one, not so much. So we'll start off with Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door on the Switch. I already have that. If I didn't have it already, that would be a good pickup. They also had Astral Chain, which is another game that if you didn't have it already is a great pickup, because that's not a game you find in game stores very often anymore, but I already have it complete, so I don't need it. And it's not worth enough in trade-in to make it worth picking up. So Paper Mario, I'm basically going to break even. I thought it was worth a little more than it was, so... Because it right now, GameStop's doing double pro week. So you get a 20% boost on your trade-in instead of 10 for your pro membership. And then if you stack it with the 20% for pre-order / new game, you get 40% extra credit, which is not bad. So with the 40% Paper Mario, I'll get basically my 25 back. So it wasn't the greatest buy, but... oh well, it is what it is. And then this one was a good buy because I can actually make about $10 in credit on it. So we have It Takes Two on the Switch. Corey and I have actually been playing It Takes Two. It's a really good game. I don't think I like it quite as much as Split Fiction, but I get why people would, and I do think it's a really well done game. The world is very different, it's very immersive. I can see why it won Game of the Year, but personally I think I like Split Fiction a bit more. But regardless, it has some good value on Switch, on every platform to be honest. It trades in for like 27 at GameStop, and then if you add the extra boost, it trades in for like 35. So again, I'll get like $10 profit. Not bad, not amazing, but not bad. So combine those 2 games with the Series S, and I think we did all right. We got like $300 in trading credit, so pretty good. The only problem is I paid almost $200 for it. A little, yeah, like essentially I paid $190, and I'm getting over $300 in credit. So I got a decent amount of credit. I just paid probably a bit more than I should have, but whatever, it's fine. So let me go to GameStop, trade in all this stuff, and see how we end up. It's GameStop time. Let's do some trades, get some stuff, see what happens. Okay, so...
process. Plus, spending rewards is easier than ever. Points are available within 24 to 48 hours and never expire, so rack them up.
I have that on Switch, otherwise I'd be tempted. of that.
Dance together and prepare to play. The life of the nightmare.
So I might get that too. It was super faded Pro Skater 3 or 4. And the remakes don't really need it. Good, how are you? Alright. Yeah, I got some trade-ins. Yes, let's do trade-ins first.
Tomorrow we're gonna have a big drop for Pokemon. So tomorrow we're wearing first thing. Yep.
I did something I don't normally do. I brought a system.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's the perfect time for it right now. So
Yeah, with that one specifically, because
Yeah.
it's like I think $240 for a Series S. So that's really good. Not bad. Yeah, and then with that too, it's basically $300. Okay, so the GoPro died, of course, while I was at GameStop, mostly because it ran out of space on the SD card. I need to get a new micro SD card, bigger one, because I run out of space way too often. But I did go and get some games. What you saw me pick up is pretty much what I got. I didn't change a whole lot, but there was a little bit of drama, not much, but a little bit. Essentially, the console that I bought from the pawn shop, the controller had stick drift. So I had to buy a new controller to pair with the console, or else they couldn't take it, because they couldn't take the one with stick drift. Now, I was able to trade in the controller with stick drift. They were supposed to mark it as defective. They didn't. So I ended up getting almost $20 in trading credit for that. On top of that, I guess I got an extra amount on the console as well, because I thought it said I was going to get $240 in credit, and I ended up getting $260. So really, when you look at it, buying that controller only cost me essentially $10 if you include trading in the broken controller and the extra $20 in trading credit that I got. So not terrible. So essentially I got $10 less than what I calculated. I was a little off on the games too, so I didn't quite get as much as I was hoping for, but I still got a pretty good amount of trading credit, and I picked up some stuff. And I think I did pretty well overall. I didn't get a whole lot. There were some other games I was tempted to buy. I didn't end up getting them, mostly because I'm trying to save credit for the Switch 2. So right now I've got about, I think it's like $196 in trading credit that I can put towards the Switch 2, which is fantastic, and that's what I plan on doing. So here's what I picked up from GameStop. When I came in, the assistant manager mentioned to me that they just put out a bunch of Wii games, including pretty much every Just Dance known to man. Which, yeah, they had pretty much every Just Dance known to man on the Wii. But they did have a few other decent games sprinkled in there. So I grabbed a few of those. I grabbed a Switch game I've never heard of. And I grabbed a PS4 game, which you might be a little confused for, but I have a reason for it. So we'll start off with Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup on the GameCube. I didn't have this. It's not in the greatest of shape. As you can see, it's a little dinged up, and the disc is a little dinged up too. Also no manual. I'm going to have to test it to see if it actually works. May end up returning it, but I'll probably tech it today when I get home just to see if it works. Because if it does, awesome. That's a fairly cheap GameCube game to add to my collection. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Next, a Wii game that is in immaculate condition that apparently is pretty good. I haven't heard of it, but apparently it's really good on the Wii. We have Order Up. So I think this is a mobile game that got ported to the Wii, but apparently it's pretty fun. It was $14. And what's cool is that it came with some extra stuff, and that's in here too. It's got the manual, and then behind it is I think it's like a chef's hat or something, but this is in immaculate condition. So pretty content to add that to my collection. Again, not a game you see super often, so that's why I don't mind, picking up random Wii games like that. Next, once I find it, here we go. Another Wii game I've never heard of. This one was really cheap and it looks interesting. It's a Hudson Soft game. We have Marble Saga Core Arena on the Wii. It looks like a Marble Madness type game, but it's got multiplayer. Apparently it's got balance board support. I don't know. It looks cool. Again, super complete, super clean, and not a Wii game that you typically see, so I figured it was worth a snag. Then, here's the one that I'm sure people will be a little puzzled by. Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PS4. So, the reason why I picked up Final Fantasy VII Remake is because I have Remake Integrate on the PS5. However, I picked up a pre-owned copy, and that doesn't include the code to the Yuffie DLC. You can't purchase that DLC separately unless you do a little workaround. So if you pick up a pre-owned copy of Integrate on PS4 or PS5, you can't just buy the DLC if you don't have it, which is kind of annoying. So the workaround is you borrow a PS4 copy of the game, you install it onto your PS5, you upgrade it. Once you upgrade it to the PS5 version, it will give you the option to purchase the Yuffie DLC. You purchase that, then you uninstall the PS4/PS5 upgraded version, pop in your PS5 disc, and boom, you've got a complete copy. So it's kind of a pain, but I found this at GameStop and I had the extra credit to do it. So I'm actually going to take care of that today and then I'm just going to return it. So that's an extra $19 in credit that I'm going to get probably tomorrow. And then last but certainly not least, and this one, Easy Gamer is a little jealous of because he apparently does not have this game in his collection. I never heard of it. It looked cool. So I figured I'd pick it up. And if I find another one, I will get it for easy because, he wants it. But we have Elderand on the Switch. Looks like an interesting indie action-adventure game. Again, I've never heard of it. It has a cool art style, but I figured I'd pick it up. I'm always down to pick up random, especially Switch games I've never heard of. So, yeah, that is my score. I ended up with about $196 in credit left over. So the plan is tomorrow I'm going to go to the other GameStop, return Final Fantasy, and see if I want to pick up anything else. And yeah, that's it. All right, it is time for the final recap. And just like last time, I'm going to try to speed this along a little bit. So anything I've already talked about, I'm not going to say much on. I'm just going to go straight to the pricing. But if it is something that I have not revealed, which I do have a few games at the end of this that I have not revealed, I'll talk briefly about them and where I got them. So we'll start off with our 2 pickups that we kept from Value Pawn. We have Micro Machines World Series on the Xbox One. I think I paid $15 for everything that I got. This was included, pretty awesome. I paid $2. It's worth $7. The other one is Game Party 3 on the Wii. Brand new, or not brand new, but a complete Wii game in really, really good shape. Figured I'd keep it. I paid $2. This one is worth $9. The rest of the games I picked up, I am sending to Double Mint Games, where essentially they'll be paying me, I believe it was $44 for all of those games. Now, I'm not going to send them all yet, because I want to try to save up enough stuff so that it equals $250, and then they'll pay shipping. So yeah, we're gonna build up that Double Mint fund, but I have a kind of a beginning of that I will be sending them. So good start. That'll be a kind of a sub challenge, I guess, as well. GameStop. We actually went twice. I didn't talk about the second time, but we're gonna talk about the first time. So Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup on the GameCube. This case is in really bad shape, but it is what it is. I tested it. I was worried this one wasn't going to work. It does work. Good. I paid credit for this. It's worth 10. Because I got a bunch of credit from all the stuff I traded into GameStop, mostly that Xbox Series S. Next up, we have Marble Saga Koro Rinda on the Wii. Cool looking game. Paid credit. It's worth $15. Then we have Order Up on the Wii, another uncommon game. Pretty excited to add that to the collection. Looks pretty interesting. Super sleek edition. I paid credit. It's worth $16. And then a Switch game I've never heard of before, an Easy Gamer doesn't have, shockingly. That's not many games that he doesn't have that I do, but this is one of them. Elder End on the Switch. Looks like an interesting action-adventure game. I paid credit. It's worth $27. So now, I went back to GameStop because I bought Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PS4. I returned that, and I looked around the store, and I actually picked up a couple more games that were pretty solid. One I've been eyeing for a while, and then the rest I didn't know they had, but I decided to grab them. So we'll start off with Turok Evolution on the GameCube. Now, I do technically have this game already on Xbox, but this one has at least most of its cover art. I believe my Xbox copy has 0 cover art. And the disc is in pretty good shape for a GameCube copy, so I don't know if I want to keep this one, if I want to keep the Xbox copy. I'll probably keep this one, but we'll see. I paid credit for that, and it is worth $14. Next up, another Switch game that I haven't heard of. Easy Gamer does have this one though, so it's not that uncommon apparently, but it's one I haven't heard of before, and I thought it looked cool. We have Candle, The Power of the Flame on the Switch. Looks like a very stylized, like platformer type game. Looks cool. Figured I'd grab it, and again, I've never seen it before, so I paid credit, and this is worth $20. Then these last two are pretty exciting. The first one is Lies of P on the PS5. Now, I am on the lookout for the Xbox copy. One does exist. It's apparently pretty hard to find, but so is this one. This is the only PS5 copy I found, so I wanted to grab it. It's in really good shape. I've heard this game is great. It did get removed from Game Pass, so this was kind of my opportunity to grab it, so I did. I paid credit, and it is worth $41. And then I discovered when I went to GameStop, because I asked about the retro drawer, they had a bunch of like DS and Game Boy Advance games that were kind of rarer ones. So I asked about, well, did you get any other retro games? Apparently they dumped all their Xbox 360 and PS3 stuff, but they kept Nintendo. So I asked what they had, and they had this game. And this is a pretty uncommon Wii U game that I've never seen in stores, so I figured I'd grab it. We have Wii Party U on the Wii U. Yes, Wii Party, the bad Mario Party ripoff on the Wii, got a sequel. I don't know how good it is, but I have it. I do have the cover art for Wii Party. I just need to find the disc and a case, but now I have the sequel. So there you go. I paid credit that's worth 57. So this was a really good pickup. And yeah, those are all the pickups of everything I got during our game hunting adventure. Now, I've been tipped off that apparently starting tomorrow, which is Easter Sunday, GameStop's doing a buy two get one free. And of course, I just bought all these games from GameStop. So honestly, what I'm probably going to do is go back and do a return rebuy, where essentially I'll return a bunch of stuff, buy them again, and I'll get credit back. And then we'll either add that credit to my Switch 2 fund, or I will spend it on other stuff. We'll see. Of course, because it's buy two get one, I'm going to have to look around and see what other deals they have. But yeah, pretty exciting. Of course, next week is going to be a bunch of pickups, including some pretty big ones that I'm sure you'll be excited to see. Should be a fun week. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Click the notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. And I will see you on the next episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Bye-bye.